Now step 3. Now you're going to go ahead and get your wizard towers to level 5. Go ahead and upgrade those. Go ahead and do an upgrade on the Teslas to level 4. Okay. And if you feel like it, you can go ahead and put them level 5 because I believe they max out at 6. So I would say Teslas 3 to 5. That's okay. Alright, and at this point, you also want to max your archer towers to level 10. So let me go ahead and show you someone that's a little bit closer to that, and kind of that stage 2 to 3. Let's see, probably going to be Cruel. I believe he's near. Yes. So he's kind of in his max stages. You can see that he's got his cannons maxed, and you can kind of see more of a maxed base. Now the one thing is his walls are a little bit low, but that's okay. So as you can see, level 6 Teslas. I would say get your Teslas those like 4 or 5. You want your king to about 8 or 9 at this stage. If it's 10, that's great. It just depends on how much you farm and stuff. Go ahead and max your sweeper, so it's 4. So I would say Teslas to 3 to 5, depending on how you want. Max your archer towers, that's 2. Get your wizard towers to 5, that's 3. Get your air sweeper to 4, that's 4. And at this point, if you want to go ahead and get your Tesla up to level 5 also, that I would say that's a 5th one. The other option is you can do cannon. Either of those work. I believe they're similar in terms of level for defense or like cost. And you want to have about 50 to 75% of your walls maxed at this point. Now, in terms of troop at this stage, now is when you want to get your golems to 2 for go-ho attacks. You want to make sure that your king, like I said, is about 8 to 10, around that range. Get your rage maxed for sure. If you haven't already, if you had the time, go ahead and get your rage max. That's not a bad thing to have in stage 2 to 3. But at this stage, you definitely want to have maxed rage. So that's the second thing. Third thing I would say is, I'm assuming, by the way, these are level 2 because I remember in the last guys he didn't have his 2. Go ahead and get your minions to 3. That helps with Balloonian strategies. Go ahead and get your your P.E.K.K.A.s to 3. That is like a go wipe strategy. And, you know, if you want to go ahead and get a farming troop at this time as well, that's not a big deal. So, like level 5, these two, I would say archers are probably better. So, get level 5 archers. Make sure that you're kind of having a good archer or farming to war hero balance. So, the last stage is maxing out. You want to have level 10 Barb King at this time. Get those cannons if you haven't done that. Max out the Teslas, max out your wizard towers, max out everything obviously. Finish out your 100% level 8 walls. You should have everything else max. And then all you have left, you got poison to, I believe, 2 at Town Hall 8. I can't remember. I didn't go to Town Hall 8. It's either 2 or 3. You get your Valks done to 2. Get your minions done, I believe, to 4. These go to 3. This goes to 5. You know, I would say in the earlier stages also like 2 or 3 wall breakers can be useful. It depends on you. I believe they can take up to level 7 walls at level 4 with only 2. Then it's 3 with level 4 wall breakers for level 8 walls. So it depends on where you're having to hit if you're using Goho. Usually people wait till they're closer to max. So this would be probably the first one I would do in the last stage, stage 4. So I'd do wall breakers, then I'd do the golems, and then I would do the Valkyries. Actually, I think he already did golems, excuse me. So I would do these, then I would do your barbs, then I would do your Valkyries, finish out your poison, and then your minions, and also your healers. So just kind of the troops that don't necessarily matter that much, because the primary strategies are going to be hogs, go wipe, logo wipe maybe, not really a lot of hog wipe that you'll see. You'll also see a little holo potentially, surgical hogs, a little bit of goho, and zap quake dragons. So those are like the main Town Hall 8 strategies. If you hadn't, you know, get your bombs and stuff maxed out, get your air bombs maxed out. You know, those are minor stuff. Get those maxed out as well. So that's about, I would say that's about close to kind of the end of this video. Now, quickly, as you can see, we won this war. I think you already knew that. But just to show you, like I did in my last video, kind of where people are at. So you can see Liam, McCarthy, you can see KK, Cruel, Jim, Ali. You can see kind of the difference in weights. So with Ali, you saw where kind of he is. I just want to show you with where he is in relation to this war. So let me just go. So Liam has fully maxed out. KK has fully maxed out. Cruel he's got the Zap Quake ability. Doesn't have level 4 hogs yet, but I just wanted to show you kind of where they are in relation on the war map. He's got level 4 hogs, that's key. And Ali has the Zap Quake abilities now, especially with those level 5 lightnings. So 4 to 8, right? Now I'll show you where they correspond in this war. So LM, he's got a maxed out Tunnel 8, so naturally he has maxed out Tunnel 8 troops. Same thing with KK, except his walls are a little bit higher. Now for this one, it's max out defense with super low walls. It's not a very good base, and that was, I believe, in comparison to Cruel, who can use Zap Quake. So it's a little bit higher for Cruel, but the base is not very good. And the walls, it shows you how much of a factor walls is. Now this one is level 5. I believe this is equivalent to Jim with only level 5 ARD, so you can kind of see how he matches up. We got level 10, max mortar, max cannons, level 5 wizards. And this is in comparison to Ali, who has Zap Quick abilities, but I want to show you actually where he is, because this is not accurate. Let's see, Benster. So yeah, he is about like mid to low mid Tunnel 8. So that just shows you kind of in relation to where our guys' troops are with the enemy. And that's a good way, especially as you can see in this perfect war, kind of where you want to be. You want to make sure that you're hitting near your number. So just to show you real quick, LM's hitting 5 and 6. You got KK hitting 4. I think it was just because of the base. But they're hitting about, right near. Cruel's hitting 5 and 7. So it's plus or minus 1. Jim messed up a little bit with Dusty, but he hit 7. So, same thing, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2 on this one, and that's a plus 2. So that just gives you an idea of where you want to be, because you want to make sure that you can hit at least plus or minus 1 in war, if not plus or minus 2 to 3-star. And that gives you kind of an idea of how you want to balance your troops and your defensive upgrading to the war. You want to make sure that you can hit near yourself. If you can hit plus 4, in these smaller wars it's harder to say, but in like a 10v10 war, if you can hit plus or minus 2, you're pretty golden. Because that's about equivalent to like in a 30v30 war. You multiply 10 times 3, that's a plus 5 to 6. That's a pretty solid range for you to be able to hit. So anyhow, that about wraps this video up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. The next video that you should be seeing, or if you haven't seen already, is going to be kind of my base design series videos. But I have gotten requests for this video after the last what to upgrade at Town Hall 9 video, and this video should be in 2, maybe 3 parts. So as always, this is Sir Studmuffin, Leader of Affliction, and I'm out. Peace.